and we make the edges sharp here. And this comes out here. The seaweed, all kinds of stuff on top of these rocks. And a lot of the ones in the far distance are going to be just silhouetted. Cover up the whites. Silhouette those other ones a little further out. Out here, like that. And then out here, this is so much fun, I can't stand it, I'm telling you. Look at how it all falls into place.
It looks like it's moving, Dennis.
Good. It's what you want. That's what you want. I used to do seascapes when I was a teen, believe it or not. And I didn't know really much else. I just knew I liked to do seascapes. I used to look at Robert Wood prints of his paintings. Robert Wood was an American landscape painter and did a lot of ocean scenes, but he did a lot of New England, Vermont, scenery, what do you call it? Fall, autumns, that kind of thing. So I want to kind of wrap this up, so I'm going to put some darks in vital places. The seaweed hanging off this rock. Just going to start cleaning up a bit, filling in all those areas that don't have paint on them yet. There's some water out there hitting into places like that, in here, like that. Let's make this kind of loop in here. Should be whiter. Whiter and bluer. Hello? Somebody's doing something down there. Oh, sorry. Now we're going to see how good of a seascape painter this guy is here. Because now I have to come up with something that's going to give it the punch and pizzazz that this painting needs.
I think you already have it.
Well,
In the water in the front.
that's cool, but this is going to be cooler. We're hoping. So we got to get, it's not even on the painting, on the photo. It's kind of in here. So I'm going to toss those for now and be a little more inventive. So I'm going to do some foam. I'm going to do the dance of the foam. like that. It's got to be the right foam though. So it's basically a gray, and it's got a little blue in it. Huh? Jeepers crow, that's so good. That's so much fun. Sorry, folks. I'm getting a little carried away. Tops of the waves. I never forgot that. Oops, I can't get white. Well, I gotta get some more white out of the tube here. I'm gonna wrap this up very soon, hopefully. Not that there's any rush, but you know. That's a deep ultramarine into the mix. Put another wave out here. We got some here. I'm going to put something way out back. Way out in the distance, how about that? See a little thing out here breaking or whatever. Sea's getting rough? Anybody getting seasick?
Yeah, I am.
Well, it is kind of a rough sea, but
Cold and rough and miserable. Beachy day.
I'm going to get another brush with some more foam. This is the foam brush. Which is violet. Subtle, subtle light violet. If I can get that. There we go. I'm going to call this my foam brush. There we go. I think this is it. So, in and around these rocks here, it's a little more light. How did that rock? Oh, I see. Very important to catch some edges here. Like that. And like this. And then, some of these are this is too bright, so we scrape it off. And then we can edge it in front of it and behind it. Okay, awful big brush to do this, but what the heck. Another touch-up of edging, red and green. Over here, over here, over there. You don't have to put a ton of detail in the foreground. That can be kind of, I'll show you how I handle foregrounds here. You just do this. chop it. This is the Schmidt trick. Just cover some white, make a few angles, make a rock or two.
So it's more blurry in the front.
Blurry, undefined, unfinished. Just kind of,
I keep thinking the opposite.
well, your focal's out here. So you want the viewer, the tension out that way. And I'm still not happy with my peach in the sky. Excuse me while I peach the sky. Like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? And one little trick of the palette knife, which is great for sea scenes, seascapes, is to take the knife. Of course, it helps when you have one from Anne that just fits perfectly for the shape of a water lotion thing here. Too lazy to put some more white out here. So I'm going to look at my reference and I'm going to say, well, there's a lot of water that's doing crazy things, so I have to show that. And you get this nice movement when you put in. You jiggle that back and forth. All right, I got to put out more white. I'm trying to paint this without putting any more white on the palette. That's not working. Go through about a tube of this a week. Just use so much white. So let's get the white back on my palette here and do things right. So I have this violet, but I want it to be a light, light, light violet, which has taken another ton of white to whiten it. Woo! There. So that's like a transitional tone. And I want to do that to it. It puts life into the water, you see. Especially near the dark edges like that. Light, life, and out here. Like that. Transitional tones. Okay, thanks for joining me. I'm almost done. I'll see you next time. Let me clean this up out here a little bit. Maybe a couple more of those. Oh yeah, there is some more breaking back here, folks. What was I thinking? Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. Now, I'm putting light in the distance, but I'm making it too light, so for a reason. So I'm going to change that in a second. Watch what I do. I take a clean brush. Clean and dry. I take a totally clean, dry 1.5-inch brush. No terp. Now there's a lot of light and whites out there, but I don't want everything to read like that. So what I'm going to do is I call this is called, I'm anesthetizing. Ines. George Innes used to anesthetize. So, we're going to anesthetize the water a bit. Just soften it down so they read in the distance here. And the focus is right here. So gently, quietly, peacefully, soften it down with the brush till you get the desired effect. They're still out there in the distance, but they didn't jump out so close. I can soften a few of the rock reflections. Watch. Look at that. Do it again over here. Watch this rock come down. See that? See? You didn't think you could do that, did you? Watch this rock. See this rock? And that's how water looks, I hope. Okay, so you have it. There you have it. And one more thing, I'm going to emphasize a tiny bit of the green just on top of this rock here. Because there is a bunch of seaweed coming down. Like that. See that? Thanks for joining me. This is my version of a seascape. See you next time.